Man, I've been waiting all day to do this video. All day. Had to wait to get home, cut the camera on just so I can do this video. I did the who makes the 53 prediction video the other day. That's my list. I'm tearing it all up. The New York Giants just traded for Isaiah Simmons. Isaiah Simmons, I remember a long time ago, it was the year of 2020. And I put out a tweet. I was upset. I was complaining about the linebackers that we had. And I said the only linebacker that can save us, side to sideline coverage backer, was Isaiah Simmons. But the only problem was we also needed a tackle, and we took Andrew Thomas, and that was not a bad decision at all. But here we are, 3 years later. It took 3 years. 3 years later, Isaiah Simmons is a New York Giant, and shout out to Joe Shane for making it happen. For a 7th-round pick, too. For a 7th-round pick. Listen, I'm going to tell you why it's so important and what this means for the defense. But first, please hit that like and subscribe button. Go ahead and share this if you really like the content. But make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. So let me tell you a little bit about what this means for the defense. So Wink Martindale gets another weapon on defense. And what we have here is pretty much a mix of a rocked up Xavier McKinney, a lean Bobby Okereke, a Patrick Queen like he had in Baltimore Ravens, an edge monster if you need him to be, a Richard Sherman type of a cornerback, and also a safety. You got a overall weapon that could be all over the place, line up all over the place for Wink Martindale. It means a lot for this defense, a lot for this defense. And you know, I did something on purpose. I saw the news. Shout out to my man Jamal, called me on my way to work this morning. He said, yo, did you see what the Giants just did? I was like, nah, what happened? He was like, yo, we signed Simmons from the Cardinals. I said, you got to be kidding me. That's not what I said. I said something way worse than that. But I said, you got to be kidding me. I was so excited to see that the news was true. And yeah, I had all day to think about it. Now, I did this on purpose. I did not want to watch a lot of Giants content creators do a video about Simmons. I watched 2 videos. I watched my man Big Lou from G Nation, Mr. 11 and 6. Shout out to him. And then I watched Big Blue Kickoff Live, and to see what their reaction was. And I'm gonna tell you this: Big Blue Kickoff Live was kind of making me mad at first. Lance, Jonathan Casillas were kind of making me mad about, you know, will he be willing to do special teams, this, that, and the other? Is it, you know, he was a former 1st-round pick. Will he just adjust? Listen, this man is a weapon. I don't expect this man to play special teams at all. If he does, fantastic. But we didn't bring him here for that. We didn't bring him here to be a gunner. We brought him here to be a linebacker. And I heard, or I saw a lot of people talking about, you know, just how versatile he can be. And I understand that. I just opened up with that. But to me, that man is a linebacker for what Wink needs him to be. We already have our cornerbacks. We already have some solid safeties. We already have a good defensive line. We already have edge rushers. Where we needed the most help was at linebacker. We were waiting on Micah McFadden and Darian Beavers to battle it out for that linebacker position besides Bobby Okereke. This shakes things up a little bit because barring if Isaiah Simmons is healthy, he has to get caught up in the system. He has to learn the scheme. I understand all that, but there's definitely going to be some packages early in the season that Isaiah Simmons is going to be perfect for, and his nickname is Zay, so I'm going to start calling him Zay now. That's his name now, so Zay. So again, we still have this Will linebacker position, if you want to call it that, or Sam linebacker position, because Okereke is the Mike. And like I said, we're battling between Micah McFadden and Darian Beavers, and I am a big Darian Beavers fan, absolutely, and that won't change with this trade for Isaiah Simmons, because I think he still needs to be in the rotation. There's 2 different types of games, and I will say this: Darian Beavers can rush off the edge. You can add him in that rotation. You can add him in the linebacker rotation. That man can survive in both. Same thing for Mike McFadden too. But when you bring the talent, the speed, the versatility of Isaiah Simmons, and you put him in that second level with the linebackers. Now you get a guy that can cover those tight ends. Now you got a guy that can cover the running back out of the backfield. This is what this guy brings to the table. And now when you play a team like San Francisco and you got McCaffrey and you got George Kittle, you got Xavier McKinney to cover McCaffrey because that's what he did against Carolina last year. Now you got a guy like Isaiah Simmons who can man up with George Kittle and stay with him down the field, and you still leave Bobby Okereke in the box to handle his business, handling everything else. This is such a big signing for the New York Giants, and I know I sound excited because you know what? I am excited. I am excited. What we were wanting this defense to be, and even when we had some question marks at certain positions, this answers a big question mark as far as how we're going to cover these tight ends, what we're going to do with these running backs out of the backfield. Isaiah Simmons answers all of those questions. Now, the biggest question now is how long is it going to take for him to get caught up in the system? How long is it going to take for him to master this Wink Martindale scheme? And that's going to be the next thing that comes up. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about this trade for a 7th round pick. Conditional. I'm hearing this is conditional as well, but for a 7th round pick, shout out to all the other New York Giants content creators out there. Again, I did not watch some videos on purpose. I saw that Talking Giants had a full-on breakdown already. I don't know how y'all do it that fast. It's fantastic though. I saw Nick Filato sharing all of the sacks for Isaiah Simmons, from last year. I saw a lot of things today, especially on Twitter. But again, I was so excited to get this news, to find out that it was official. And shout out to my man Wood again, my man Jamal, for letting me know, hit me up on my way, on my commute to work this morning, and let me know what the Giants did. And I'm excited, and everybody else should be excited. But again, this means a lot. The New York Giants have the whole field covered. The whole field covered. The flats, the deep, the outs, the in and arounds, everything, slants, we got it all covered. And the main question, another question now I would say is this: if these two young cornerbacks, Deonte Banks, Trey Hawkins, so Tay and Trey, if those two guys can be solid at the cornerback position, do you know what Wink Martindale is going to be able to do? I don't think a lot of people do recognize that, because I'm seeing a lot of people still talking around like, oh, the New York Giants, yeah, you picked up a bust. Isaiah Simmons was a bust. That's why they gave him away for a 7. Listen, he might be a bust to you. You know who else was close to being a bust? Well, not really a bust. You know who wasn't meeting his full potential until he met Wink Martindale? Dexter Lawrence. And then that first season with Wink Martindale, Dexter Lawrence becomes an all-pro defensive tackle. Now, we only have Isaiah Simmons for 1 year. This is the last year of his rookie contract. $1 million. Cost us really nothing. That is what did they say? A cup of coffee. That's a cup of coffee, Brian Baldinger said. We have this guy, and if he ends up being good to great, or I should say solid to good for the New York Giants, if we wanted to re-sign him, I don't think it will break the bank to get a guy like Isaiah Simmons signed again because of his history of not meeting his potential in Arizona. So I'm going to say this. Shout out to Joe Shane. Good luck to Wink Martindale. Congratulations to Wink Martindale. You have a weapon, a defensive weapon on the squad that you can move around like a piece on a chessboard. And I'm excited for it. So I want to thank everybody for vibing with me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And for one Giants fan to another, this is Big Dash Knows, Big Blue Nation. We got one. Well, we got another one, I should say. Let's go.